Hello, and if you don't know me already, I'm Tara, the dance doctor. Welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, I am teaching a dynamic stretching routine for people who hate stretching for the upper body, the shoulders, the back, the chest, because I am somebody who does not enjoy stretching, or at least I didn't used to until I discovered dynamic stretching, which for me has just made a world of difference. It's now something that I look forward to instead of dreading. So I'm going to be sharing some exercises that I personally do on a daily basis. We're just going to kind of flow right through these in a follow along format. So get ready to really stretch your spine, your shoulder, and your chest today. You will need either a towel or a resistance band, or in my case, a perio from the beach, for an exercise that we're going to be doing holding something for our shoulders, and then also a cushion to put under your knees for one of the exercises that we're doing where we will be sitting on our knees. Also, if you want to have a yoga mat or be on a carpet, because all of this class will be seated on the ground, either on our butts or our knees, or doing things on our hands and our wrists. So have a cushion or a yoga mat or something nearby so that you're not putting undue stress on your joints. Also, in case you didn't know, I just came out with a new course called the Dancer Method, which you can find at dancermethod.com. So if this kind of class is what you're wanting to have more of in your life, there are 28 individual lessons in that course, including this kind of dynamic stretching mixed with strength and resistance work. Also, my dancer HIIT classes, which are super, super fun and a great workout. You've also got guided improvisation and dancing, creative, dynamic work, as well as information on how to treat your body in between training and practicing your dancing. So I've got lymphatic drainage routines, both a lymphatic drainage workout and what I do as my lymphatic drainage morning routine. Every day I've got advice on what to do as you go through your morning, what to do at night so that you get a good restful sleep. I've got a list of products that I use on a daily basis that make me feel really good, plus recipes that I cook every week for me and my family that we love, that are anti-inflammatory. A lot of them are gluten-free. They are IBS friendly. So you've got a whole lot of information in that course on how to really treat your body well, and as I say, live like a dancer, not just train like a dancer. So if this sounds interesting to you, check that out. It is at dancermethod.com. And I think that's all. Now, without further ado, let's get into the lesson. All right, so come down onto the floor, onto your knees. We're gonna start by going into an active child's pose, okay? So we are going to arch, lift the gaze, arch all the way down until your head comes to the floor or close to it. And then we're gonna drop the tailbone and roll up one vertebrae at a time. The head is the last thing to come up. Chin comes up and I arch down toward the floor. Drop the tailbone and arch and drop. If you need to, you can open your knees a little bit to make this more comfortable. Breathe. Really important when you're stretching to breathe, so you're really delivering oxygen to the muscles. One more. Good. And go ahead and come onto all fours. We are going to do cat-cow, but we're going to be doing it actively and intentionally. So I don't want to just be releasing. I am using my center to arch intentionally up and then pulling the belly button in toward the spine to come into my cat. Now I'm going to initiate this with my low back and then let it sequence up through the spine. Same thing, initiate with the low back and sequence through the rest of the spine. And one more. And come back into neutral, and we're just going to warm up our wrists a little bit because we're going to be doing some downward dog and some cobra, and we always just want to make sure we're taking care of the wrists so that we don't unintentionally injure them. So I'm just making little circles, just giving my wrists some prior notice that we're going to be putting a little bit of weight on them. And then you can just flip them over and bend the elbows until the palms peel off the ground and come back. Bend, come back. And that should be good. Okay, so now we are going to sequence through the spine the same way into our cobra. So from here, we are going to curve the spine, bringing the tailbone underneath. We're gonna curve, come forward, and then drop the pelvis down and sequence up into an arch. Now I'm gonna arch my back, bring my tailbone up toward the sky as far as I can, and bring the butt back, and we repeat. Curve, arch, tailbone leads me back. Curve, one more. Good. And now we are going to do the same thing, downward dog into high plank, okay? Now, because this is an upper body stretch and not a lower body stretch, it's not super important to me that your legs be real straight in down dog. So let's just press up to that quick to get that feeling. So you can have your knees soft here because what we're working on is the upper body. And first, before we go into our curving sequence, I'm gonna have you just kind of pulse your rib cage toward your thighs. So we are rotating our shoulders out, away from the ears, and just pulsing toward the thighs. Trying to get a nice curve in that upper spine. Okay, now from here, you might have to walk your hands out a little bit forward. We're gonna do the same thing we just did in Cobra. We're gonna curve
and then bring the arms a little more forward actually. We're gonna curve, we're gonna come forward, and we're going to arch. Tailbone brings me back. And curve. Arch. Tailbone brings me up and back. If you need to have your knees bent, when you come into downward dog, you can, so you can bend them like so, if you need to. One more. Not really counting and just going by how I feel. And stay here in downward dog and just pulse one more time. Good. And we're going to come down onto our knees. This is one of my very favorite shoulder opening exercises. You can use, like I said in the beginning, you can use a towel or a resistance band. I'm just using what I have here. And so I'm gonna put my arms, you're gonna have to kind of play with this for the first time that you do it and see what the distance is. But what we're gonna be doing is a pullover. So we're gonna go over and come back. And so you can play with the width. If you go wider, it's easier. If you come in more, it's more difficult. So we're gonna go ahead and do 10 of those. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now we're gonna come onto our bellies. And we're going to do some swimmers. So they look like this. We're gonna lift our arms off the ground. We're gonna bring them out to the side. We're gonna rotate them inward and then cross them across the back. So the back of your hand should be on your back, palm facing the ceiling. Then we're gonna extend them out and rotate them back in front. And rotate and cross. And you can alternate which arm is closest to your back. If you're obsessive like me with symmetry. Last one. Okay, now you're going to bend, let's leave that for a minute. You're gonna bend one arm at a 90-degree angle. You're gonna put the other one up on the fingertips here to kind of support you. And what we're going to do is bring this leg over and then come back. Okay, that's gonna be 1 rep. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's switch sides. Fingertips, 90-degree angle over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and let's come up. All right, so we're gonna put our arms behind us, fingers pointing away, and we are going to just, they need to be a little closer. We're gonna bring our knees, trying to bring our knees down to the ground, which is gonna be a quad stretch, but also a stretch for the front of the shoulders. So that'll be 1 rep. Here we go, let's do 10. 1, 2, good ankle stretch 2, or foot 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. And we've just got 1 more, well, 2 more exercises to go. So go ahead and grab a cushion to put underneath your knees. And we're gonna start with a half arch. So what we're gonna do is bring one arm over, and that opposite hand is gonna reach down to grab the heel, and then we're gonna come back. And then we'll do the other side. So reach over, grab the heel, and come back, all right? Let's go ahead and do 10 of those, 5 on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 9, and 10. And now we are going to go all the way. So we're gonna go here, then we're gonna grab both heels, then we'll come here and up, and we will switch sides. Let's go ahead and do 6 of those. So 3 there and back. We go over, grab the heel, over, and come up. Lost count. Let's do 2 more. Great. All right, and that concludes our dynamic upper body stretch for people who hate stretching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if this is the kind of movement that you want to be doing more of, I highly recommend you check out the Dancer Method at dancermethod.com. It is my new course. There are 28 individual lessons with no repeat, where I do dynamic stretching like this and I mix it with resistance and strength training. I also do my dancer HIIT, which you can see in a live video here on YouTube, an example of that, which is instead of doing squats for 50 seconds and resting for 10 seconds, we are doing different dynamic dance moves. Each one of those classes is based in a different dance style. So it is intense. It will give you a great workout, but it is fun because it's dancing and not just doing lunges. So check that out at dancermethod.com. And until next time, keep dancing.